الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. وقال بعضهم لا يجوز المسح على العمامة كما لا يجوز المسح على القفازين. Some of the scholars said it is not permitted to wipe on the turban as it is not permitted to wipe on the gloves. قال أبو محمد وهذا قياس. محمد بن حزم said this is analogy والقياس كله باطل and all analogy is false. ثم لو كان حقا لكان هذا منه عين الباطل. And even it is true, this kind of قياس will be the falsehood itself. لأنهم يعارضون فيه because we can contradict them, we can argue with them. فيقال لهم and we can say to them إن كان هذا القياس عندكم صحيحا فأبطلوا به المسح على الخفين. If this analogy is true for you, so now you can nullify wiping on the leather socks. لأن الرجلين باليدين أشبه because the legs or the feet is more resemble to the it's more like the two palms منهما بالرأس than the head. فقولوا كما لا يجوز المسح على الخفين كذلك لا يجوز المسح على الخفين ولا فرق. And say as we cannot wipe on the two gloves, so we cannot wipe on the socks, leather socks, and there is no difference. فإن قالوا قد صح المسح على الخفين عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. If they say there is a sound hadith about wiping on the leather socks from Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم قيل لهم we can say to them وقد صح المسح على العمامة عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, as well as it is a sound hadith that Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم wiped on his turban. ويعارضون أيضا بأن يقال لهم إن الله تعالى قرن الرؤوس بالأرجل في الوضوء وأنتم تجيزون المسح على الخفين فأجيزوا المسح على العمامة. One second. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم. ويعرضون أيضا بأن يقال لهم إن الله تعالى قرن الرؤوس بالأرجل في الوضوء. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala joined the heads with the feet in wudu. يعني he mentioned امسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم. So he joined between these two words in the ayah في الوضوء in wudu. وأنتم تجيزون المسح على الخفين, and you say that wiping on the leather socks is allowed. فأجيزوا المسح على العمامة, so make it allowed to wipe on the turban. لأنهما جميعا عضوان يسقطان في التيمم, because these two limbs are dropped in tayammum. Yeah, dropped here means we don't do anything regarding them. ولأنه لما جاز تعويض المسح عندكم من غسل الرجلين فينبغي أن يكون يجوز تعويض المسح من المسح في العمامة على الرأس أولى. ولأنه لما جاز تعويض المسح, and because you say we can substitute washing our legs by wiping on the leather socks, So you have to say we can substitute wiping on the head itself by wiping on the turban, and it should be more worthy here to say that. ولأن الرأس طرف, and because the head it is the end of the body. والرجلان طرف, and the feet are the other end of the body. So he said, yani, why you do not make analogy here? Because analogy here is uh, clearer than what you said. وأيضا فقد صح تعويض المسح من جميع أعضاء الوضوء، وعوض المسح بالتراب في الوجه والذراعين من غسل كل ذلك. And as well as it was found that we can substitute wiping on يعني I think here تعويض الغسل to substitute washing all of the limbs of wudu by wiping with the dust the face and the two hands or two arms. وعوض المسح على الخفين من غسل الرجلين, and we can substitute washing our legs by wiping on the leather socks. فوجب أيضا أن يجوز تعويض المسح على العمامة من المسح على الرأس. So now it became obligatory to say that we can substitute wiping on the head by wiping on the turban. لتتفق أحكام جميع أعضاء الوضوء في ذلك. To make a symmetry between all of the legal verdicts of all of the which is regarding all limbs of wudu. قال علي كل هذا إنما أوردناه معارضة لقياسهم الفاسد. قال ابن حزم, all what we said, we just said it because we want to contradict their false analogy. وأنه لا شيء من الأحكام قالوا فيه في القياس إلا ولمن خالفهم من التعلق بالقياس فالذي له. So to show that they did not depend upon any kind of analogy in any legal verdict, except for the one who differed them as well, has the same relationship with analogy as they have, أو أكثر or more. ويظهر بذلك بطلان القياس. So now it became clear that the analogy is false. لكل من أراد الله توفيقه. For everyone, Allah wanted him wanted guidance for him. وقال بعضهم إنما مسح رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم على العمامة والخمار لمرض كان في رأسه. Some of them said Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم wiped on the turban and on the cover of his head because he has an illness or disease in his head. قال علي هذا كلام من لا مؤنة عليه من الكذب. This speech is a speech of the one who does not care about telling lies. ومن يستغفر الله تعالى من مكالمة مثله. And this is from the one we say astaghfirullah subhanahu wa ta'ala if we talk with him. لأنه متعمد للكذب والإفك بقول لم يأت به قط لا نص ولا دليل, because he is deliberate or telling lie deliberately and with a saying there is no nas, there is no text and there is no text nor evidence support it. وقد عجل الله العقوبة لمن هذه الصفة. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hastened his punishment for the one who is described by this description. بأن تبوأ مقعده من النار, that he will take his seat from the hellfire. لكذبه على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, because he is telling lie about Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم. ثم يقال لهم, and we can say to them, قولوا مثل هذا في المسح على الخفين. You can say the same thing about the wiping on the leather socks. إنه كان لعلة بقدمين. Say that it is because صلى الله عليه وسلم has a illness or disease in his feet. ولا فرق, and there is no difference. على أن امرأ لو قال هذا لكان أعذر منهم. But if anyone say that, he will be more excused than them. لأننا قد روينا عن ابن عباس, because we narrated about Ibn Abbas, أنه قال في المسح على الخفين لو قلتم ذلك في البرد الشديد أو السفر الطويل. Ibn Abbas said, if you say that, يعني you can wipe on the leather socks في البرد الشديد, in a severe cold, أو السفر الطويل, or in a long journey. يعني he said, يعني that opinion of Ibn Abbas, that we can just wipe on the leather socks in just severe cold or a long journey. ولم يروى قط عن أحد من الصحابة أنه قال ذلك, and it wasn't narrated from any one of the companions of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم that he said that. المسح about على العمامة والخمار, المسح على العمامة, الوابل on the عمامة, and on the cover of the head. فبطل قول من منع المسح على العمامة والخمار. So now it is nullified, the opinion of the one who say we cannot wipe on the turban or nor on the cover of the head. وصح خلافه للسنن الثابتة, and now it became clear that he differed the authentified traditions. ولأبي بكر وعمر وعلي وأنس وأم سلمة وأبي موسى الأشعري وأبي إمامة وغيره. And now he differs all of these صحابة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. وللقياس, and he differed the analogy as well. إن كان من أهل القياس, if he is from the people of قياس. فإن قال قائم إنه لم يأتي عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه مسح على غير العمامة والخمار. There is nothing came about Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم that he wiped on anything other than al-imama, turban, or the khimar, the veil, or the cover of the head. فلا يجوز ترك ما جاء في القرآن من مسح الرأس لغير ما صح النص به. So we cannot leave what came in the Quran from wiping the head to any other thing which came in the sound hadith. He means, yani, why you say that wiping on anything on the head, like a helmet, like hat, like anything that people wear on their head, we can wipe on it, like the veil of the woman. And there is no just two hadith, and these two hadiths just came about two kinds of things, which is imama, turban, and imam, like the cover of the head, like the veil. وليس فعله عليه السلام عموم لفظ فيحمل على عمومه. And what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam did, it is not loves, it is not a speaking. Yani he did not speak, he did not say anything to say that the thing is general, but it is just actions. So sallallahu alayhi wasallam wiped on his turban and wiped on the veil. قلنا هذا خطأ. We said this is wrong. لأنه عليه السلام, because he صلى الله عليه وسلم لم يقل إنه لا يمسح إلا على عمامة أو خمار. He did not say we cannot wipe except on turban or a veil. لكن علمنا بمسحه عليها أن مباشرة الرأس بالماء ليس فرضا. But we know by wiping, by his wiping on it, that we wiping the head directly with the water is not obligatory. فإذ ذلك كذلك, so فأي شيء لبس على الرأس جاز المسح عليه. So if we wear anything on our head, we can wipe on it. ثم نقول لهم, when we can say to them, قولوا لنا لو أن الراوي قال مسح رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم على عمامة صفراء من كتان مطوية 3 طيات. If one narrator say that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam wiped on a yellow turban, okay, made from kittan. Kittan, this is like something like cotton. مطوية 3 طيات. This turban is folded three times. Okay. أكان يجوز عندكم المسح على حمراء من قطن ملوية 10 مرات أم لا? If the narrator say that, will it be allowed for you to wipe on a turban which is red and it is made from cotton, not kattan, ملوية, and it is recoiled for 10 times or not? وكذلك لو قال, يعني they all of them say yes, can do this because this is just imam, this is just a turban, so turban and a turban, so we can do this. وكذلك لو قال مسح عليه السلام على خفين أسودين, and if any narrator say that just Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam wiped on a black leather socks, أكان يجوز على أبيضين ألا will it be allowed to wipe on 2 white socks, leather socks, or not? فإن لزموا قول الراوي أحدثوا دينا جديدا, and if they stick with the saying of the narrator, يعني just white socks, okay, just yellow turban, so now they make a new deen, a new religion, okay. وإن لم يراعوه رجعوا إلى قولنا, and if they do not put it in consideration, so now they came back to our thing, thing. And this issue, يعني with this issue مسألة توسيع المناط, expanding the cause of the حكم الشرعي. So Ibn Hazm say the manat is the cause of this حكم شرعي is any kind of thing you wear on your head, okay? Because this is what he derived from this hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam wiped on the turban. So he said anything because it is a thing is worn on the head. So anything is worn on the head, so we can wipe on it. Okay. And the others make the manat, make the cause of the hukum, make it narrow. Okay, in this case, they said this is just imama. If you wear imama, if you wear this turban, so you can wipe on it because the hadith came about imama. But if you wipe on anything else, like hat or helmet or anything else, you cannot do this because it is not mentioned in the hadith. So this is some this is what happen a lot in the saying of scholars. Okay, so some people this all of these things happen because there is no a clear statement from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam about this issue. It is just an action. It is just an action, like this hadith. He did this action. He wiped on his turban. So if you extract the manat from this hadith, so you can say this is because it is a turban, and some can expand their manat, their cause here, and say no, this is just because it is something is worn on the head. So uh, this expanding the manat here, the cause, it is it affects actually a lot of the issues which the scholars say. يعني inshallah we can talk about يعني things like this later in many issues and يعني in issues in the fiqh. Now, and actually some people say this is analogy. يعني Ibn Hazm said he is using analogy now. Why? Because he make analogy between imama and any other thing which is worn on the head. But actually, this is not yani, analogy. He because he did not say that's just imama. Analogy, uh, when Ibn Hazm say analogy is wrong or something like that, he said analogy if this thing is stated, yani if this thing is said by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. يعني if we say مثلا يجوز الم... يجوز المسح على العمامة. If صلى الله عليه وسلم said يجوز المسح على العمامة. So now he can say just عمامة because just صلى الله عليه وسلم he said عمامة. Okay? So we cannot make analogy here between عمامة and any other thing. But regarding the hadith which is not saying anything but it is just actions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now he said the cause itself, because this is a thing which is worn on the head. Okay, not because just is imam, just is imam. So now he strapped the manat, and his manat is expanded, is expanded manat, extended. It is wide, can say wide manat, not narrow one. Okay, so according to his opinion, this manat is wide, so we can encompass anything which is suitable to be uh, underneath this manat or underneath this manat of hadith. So this is what he is trying to say now. And no, this is what he's trying to say.